Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today I'm super excited to guide you step by step in creating something really amazing, really amazing. It's a TikTok like video scrolling application that you can build completely in PHP, SQL and JavaScript, and in our own we call it vid vibes. I didn't write it here, but anyway, the logo alludes to that. All right, the vid vibes, which is VV. All right. Now you might be wondering, how do apps like TikTok or YouTube Shorts manage to scroll smoothly from one video to the next? By that I mean, see. So how do they do that? Well, in this course, you are going to learn exactly how that works. We'll start from scratch, building a backend in PHP to upload and store videos, ensuring security and validation, and handling large video uploads properly. We also save everything to a MySQL database. Then on the front end, we'll learn how to fetch those videos dynamically using Fetch API without using the old method like Ajax. So we have to keep the projects, they have to keep the codes modern and clean. Then one of my favorite parts, we are going to add that smooth vertical scrolling effect, just like TikTok. All right. So as you swipe across the screen or you scroll, a new video will appear beautifully on the screen. We'll use a little bit of JavaScript. Then that is we use a little bit of JavaScript to achieve that smooth scroll experience, making your app feel like a real social media platform. And of course, we won't just throw codes on the screen. I'll explain what we are doing, what each step is all about, so you can understand and can even customize it later to make your own project. All right. So if you are ready to learn how to use PHP for video uploads, Fetch API for loading videos dynamically, and JavaScript for smooth scrolling and interaction, then this course is for you. All right. And I just want to mention something. Please let me refresh. So some of the videos have audio, others do not. For example, this one has audio. Now it is muted by default, so we have to click this button and now hear the audio. All right, so this is what we are going to do. Without much ado, let's dive in immediately. All right, welcome back. So the very next thing we have to do is of course to create the index file. So all you have to do right now is, first of all, go to your folder, to your htdocs folder in your XAMPP, where you stored XAMPP, so, or XAMPP, I don't know exactly how it is pronounced. So in that directory, you create a folder for your projects, then drag that folder straight into your what's it called, your text editor. It doesn't matter which one, whether it's VS Code or brackets, it doesn't really matter. So now I have created mine. I called it vidvibes. All right. Now inside this vidvibes project directory, I simply click new file, then call it index.php. In this index.php, this index.php is, of course, we all know what the index file does. Is the first, or should I say, the home page. So let's just, the boilerplate. Then let me change this one to home. First of all, I wouldn't be doing so much typing, all right? So I've already done this project. So I will simply be copying, though not all, except, some areas where I really need to explain stuff. But if it's just, areas that are just general, I expect you to understand, I will copy and paste it, then explain. It's not that I will not explain. I will explain, but
If it's the areas that need more explanation, I will do more explanation. All right. So don't be surprised when you see codes appear from thin air. First of all, say H1, then now I go straight the to the browser. This is the index page. All right, but we're not going to do anything on this page. So the next thing we also have to do is to, because the index page is where we're going to do to display the whole thing, but we must start with uploading. All right, we must start with uploading, because if we do not have any file that we have uploaded, then we don't have anything to view. To upload, it means we'll need a form. Okay, so let's go back to VS Code, then make another file. You call it form.php. All right, so in form.php file, then simply type first of all, okay, the boilerplates. Okay, we go to the body, then we type h1 upload video. All right, so the next thing we have to do now is to handle the form. So now we have the form. Then just type, pause the video and type all of these things, or all of these things in your own VS Code or any text editor you're using. So method is post, then the ID of the form is form control, then the enc type, which is I think it means encodement type. So because we are uploading binary files, you understand, which means videos. Okay, so it says multi-part form data. At least this is what I understand. I haven't really checked, but I'm just trying to use my my number 6. Now the next thing we have to do is to type input. Okay, input type file. Okay, input type is file, the name is video, then accept video. Wait, let me correct this please, because initially I only accepted mp4, but later I changed my mind. So required, then you then go up above it, then type label for video. That is label for this video, then select video. Okay, you should always, whenever you're doing anything like form, you should always include the label so that it will help in helping screen readers to be able to navigate properly. Then just copy and paste, copy both, paste them under here, then change some a little details. Title, then the video, sorry, the label for title, the video, sorry, video title. Then input type is text, this time around is text. Class is input, name, title, then required. Then here is for the button. So the type is submit, name is upload. Okay, the ID is upload button. All right, then the content is upload. Now let me save it. So this is form.php. All right, so and here is index.php. Now let me go straight to form.php. All right, now this is what we have, but we have to style it. Okay, now let me show you one way you can apply styling without really doing basically anything. All right, so just go to Google and type water CSS. Okay, water.css or water CSS. Then allow it to load. Once you're in the web page, then copy this. Just copy it. Then go to your file. I mean your text editor. Then still in form.php, go to the header. All right. Then paste it here in the header. All right. Now let me save it. Let's go back to the page. You see, we didn't do anything, just copy and paste stuff, that's all. Then here, this field is too short for me, so I want to elongate it or make it a little bit longer. So let's do that immediately. So it goes to the head again, to the head section. Initially I said heading. No, it is head, please, the head section. Okay, then simply type, first of all, to select it. If you know CSS, that's it. This is the selector here. This is what you are going to use to select it. So simply go here, you say style. Okay, then dot in dot input. Okay, then we say width.
width is 80%. Okay, now let's go back and see what we have. Now let me, all right, now it is good. Okay, I forgot to show you in the other, in my in my demo, how to, where you are going to upload this the video. Sorry for that. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is to make this form to work. Okay, because right now it's not doing anything. If you click here, you will see require, something here. Please select a file. As a result of that required stuff here. So what we want this form to do is, once we click this button here, that is this. Once we click it, then it will take us to another file where the upload is going to be handled. So that file, let's call it upload.php. But before anything, let's go over here and right click and select create new file, then call it uploads.php. All right. Okay. Wait, let me rename, copy it, then go back to form.php, then paste it here. Save it. So whenever we click here, it will take us to this uploads.php. So what we uploads.php do? So that's what we're going to do next. So in uploads.php, since it's going to be purely a PHP file, here is what we're going to do. PHP. Then you can remove this one. Take this two off, since it's going to be a purely PHP file. All right. We start by saying if, or typing if, then is set. What is set? Post. And what is the content of post? Upload. Okay. Where is this upload coming from? In case you have forgotten, the upload is coming. That string upload is coming from here. It's coming from here. Where is it again? Name. It's coming from the name of the button. So once this is clicked, so once you click this button, it means you are now setting this. Okay. Now, if in case somebody got into this an unscrupulous individual got into this file without, or into this page without without clicking that upload button, then it means the person got here with some illegitimate or illegal manner, and we have to send that person away immediately. All right, so we send that person away by saying else. So else means that the person got here without clicking upload. So if ever the code runs this side, it means that the person didn't click that button. All right. So once that happens, send the person away immediately. Where are we sending him? We are simply redirecting him to the index.php. So that's why we say header location index.php, then exit. Exit simply means terminate the script. We are no longer interested in executing the script. All right, so let's do a little bit of testing to see if it's actually working. All right, so we are now in the form.php page. So let's just go over here and click and type uploads.php. All right, so let me enter. You see, immediately it goes straight to the index page. So that is how we are going to, that's how we do to prevent some funny things. So, prevent some funny things from happening to our projects. So the next thing we are going to do now is to import, in JavaScript we say import, but this is PHP, so we say includes. There are other methods too, but let's use includes. So we say include. What are we going to include? So we are going to include this code now. So this is includes slash dbconnect.php. So we are going to import these two files. All right. So, but we don't have any. Where are we getting this from? Because they don't exist. So for that reason, we have to create a directory here. Come over here and create a directory. So
create a directory, call it includes. So make sure you get the spelling correct so that it doesn't generate an error. All right. No, all these typo errors, all these silly errors. So inside this include, we create another file that is to correspond with what is here. So let me um, copy this, then copy, then create. I paste it here. All right. Now this DB Connect, what is it about? This is where we are going to store the credentials that we are going to use to connect to our database. Okay, so like the password, the username, and every other thing you need to connect to your database. So we are going to define the database connection parameters or credentials. All right, so let me just copy and paste it. I'm coming. That's what I'm about to do next. But first, we must put the PHP stuff. All right. You can take this one off if you wish. All right. Here they are. So the first one, we create a variable called host. To it, we assign the string called localhost. So this, according to what I wrote here or what I typed here, the host name of the database, right? Word wrap. All right. So the host name of the database server, all right, typically the local host for local development. So what I mean here is that we are using the local host name because we are developing, sorry, we are building this app locally. We are doing everything using XAMPP. We are not using some, some web host located somewhere half around the world. So now the second variable is user, and to it we assign the word or the string root. So this is the database username. So default MySQL roots in this case now we are working on. Then the password is empty, which means there is no password. Then the database is also empty. So in this case, it is simply because, of course, that of the password, when you are working on your own application that you want to host on the website, you must provide the password. So the database now is empty because we do not have a database. Okay. So what do we do now? We have to create one. Okay. So don't worry. It's not difficult. It's just a very simple thing to do. So in order to be able to do that, we have to go to, we have to use, if you're using XAMPP, I don't know for other ones anyway, I haven't tested it. You use PHP my admin. Tada, here we are. Okay, here is where we are going to create our database. So just go to this this tab, click new, then it says create database. So let's call it vidvibes. Okay, vidvibes, then create. Click create. Now it's saying table name and number of columns. We would have done it here, but I think there is a better way of doing it. All right. So just calm down. I will show you what I mean. So I created another file called that I called cred.sql, but don't worry about creating this file. All right. I just wanted to show you something. So first of all, you go to SQL. All right. You go to this tab called SQL. You click it. It will take you to this area, this text area. All right. So now let me bring this one here. So basically what I want to do is to copy whatever is here and paste it and put it here. To input whatever is here into this place. But you can't copy and paste. If you try it, it's not going to work. So just whatever is here, type it. Pause the video. Type it in your own page and your own PHP my admin. So say okay, now we are done. So what I have to do now is simply
go down here and click go. All right, it has created the what's it called, the table. Okay, so now let's get in and see what is inside. Go to structure. First of all, you click videos and you go to structure. Then in structure, as you can see, we now have this ID, title, and URL. So these are the things we just typed here. Okay, now you can, okay, we don't need this one anymore. Don't save. We don't need it anymore. We are done with it. All right. Now that we have the database, we have the table, go straight again to, that is, we go back to dbconnect.php, the file. So, yeah, please, excuse me. Please, before anything, go to this vid vibes, copy, then move over to, what is it called? The dbconnect.php, then paste it there. So this is the name of our database. So now we have a database and we are providing the name. Okay, we are not yet done. So the next thing we have to do now is to create a MySQLi connection object. Okay, so we say $CONN, CONN, that is short for connection. Then say new, that is to this variable we assign new MySQLi. Okay, then the next thing we have to do is, because this function or this method, it expects 4 parameters, so which are these. So let me just pause the video and see you, magic. See you later. All right, now we have everything. Okay, so we have the host, user, password, database. That's it. So MySQLi is a PHP extension that provides an interface to MySQL databases. Okay. Now that we have this, the next thing we have to do is to make a code or write a code that will check if the connection was successful. All right. So let's do that one immediately. So we'll say if, then say con, then we assess the connect error. If there is a connection error, what do we do? Well, what does our code do? It will simply terminate the code. So we say DIE, then say connection failed. Connection failed, then we concatenate it to or join. Say, all right, so terminate. So which means if there is a connection error, terminate the program, then tell us why, or should I say the DIE or the DIE method stops the execution and outputs the connection error. All right. So if we reach here, if the script reaches here, it means that the connection was successful. Now we are going back to uploads.php. So we now know what this one is. Okay. So the next thing we have to do now, next we are going to get the information, the information from the user. First of all, we start with the title. All right. We start with let me get to form.php, please. So we'll get the video title first. Now all we have to do now is to make a what's it called, a variable called, of course, title. Okay, to which we assign whatever we are getting from the user. All right, so we say dollar underscore, what is inside it, title. Now on the form.php, let me just type something here, title of video, then let me upload. You see, I cannot upload because I haven't chosen the file. So let's just go over here and fix that Let's fix that. So what we have to do now is to remove this required save. Go over here. Let me do it again. So let me say title of video upload. You see, it says title of video. Okay. Okay. Uploads.php. But then this is not really good because it leaves your application vulnerable to attacks or the user, because some users are idiots. Okay, they will forget to type in the title of their videos. So in order to stop that or to control that, what we have to do is this. All right, so this one, let me comment it out. So we say the title is assigned to title is assigned this trim. So trim strips white space or other characters from the beginning and the end of a what's it called, a string. Okay, so the string is coming from this uh, title here. What this line is actually trying to do is to get the value of the title field from the form, as we already have done. Then if the user didn't type anything in the title box, then this uh, title, it wouldn't exist and it will give you an error. Okay, so these two question marks here, they check if the title is set. So which means, yeah, if it is set, it means that the user has typed something and it uses whatever the user typed. Okay, if it is not set, then it uses an empty string, which is what this one represents, which is what it does. Okay, so this prevents errors if the user didn't fill out the title and the trim. As I said earlier, it will remove extra spaces from the beginning and the end of the string. Okay, now we have done this one, but it is not enough. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is to, or first of all, I have to explain something, because some guys, all they want to do is to hack they will want to interfere with your business. So as assuming you have this application up and running and people like it, some guys will want to attack your app and destroy the things inside. So there's something called SQL injection. Okay, but anyway, before then, let's handle that one first. So as you can see on your screen, we'll now say this title will then assign this title will then be this what's it called. First of all, we have sanitized this to make sure that the person typed something and what do you call, the person typed something and no empty spaces at the end or at the beginning of the string that the person typed. Then we are going to sanitize it further by saying, submitting it to this connection here that is coming from includes dbconnect.php. Then we'll say real escape string. What it does is it cleans up the title before putting it in the database. It makes the title safe to use in an SQL query. When users type in a form, they can type anything, okay, including special characters like quotes or even malicious codes, which can trick the database into deleting entire videos table. So this is what we mean by SQL injection, okay, or SQL injection attack. All right. Now, again, we have to do another check. So the next check we are going to do is to make sure that the title is not empty. If at all it is empty, we send the user back to form.php, and of course, uh, we will attach some information so that the user will know what happened. Now, to do that, we use the if statement empty. So this is a function also. So what empty title, all right? If empty, what is empty? Title. So this will return true if the person didn't type anything. If the person typed something, then it will return false. So say if it returns true, then we say header. So of course we are going to redirect the person. So header, then sorry, location will be form.php. All right. So we are going to send that person back to the form.php. But of course, the thing is this, because the thing we are already on the form.php, which will take us to the uploads.php. But then uploads.php is where the file is being handled. So taking us back again to form.php will simply act like the page simply refreshed. That is how it will appear to the user. Okay, but we are not yet done. Okay, now we have to show that person or tell that person what happened. To do that, we attach some data. And what will be the data? We just put question mark here and make a variable. So this is a special way of making variable in I think in what's it called, HTTP or something. Now say let's call it title error, but I won't say title error. I will simply say T error. All right. So this is not terror, please. This is not terror. This is T error. T error is what? All right. Now let me paste it here so that because it's a little bit longer, I don't want to spend so much time. So now we concatenate it with another with a message now. Okay, to tell the person what happened. All right. So we concatenate it to this URL encode. So the URL encodes strings. So what URL encode string does is it makes the message safe to be put on a URL. Where is the URL? URL is here. Okay. So it's sorry, spaces and special characters, for example, are replaced with symbols so that the browser can, that symbols that the browsers can understand very well. So, for example, the space becomes, sometimes percentage 20 or plus, the plus sign. Anyway, we'll see that later. So, with the string saying title cannot be empty, so this one will be displayed on the URL. So after that, what do we do next? We say exits. All right. Exit simply means terminate the script. So what do we do now? Let us test it and see if it's working. So we'll go straight to the browser, head back there, refresh. Okay. I don't type anything here. I leave it empty. So let me upload. Okay. Excuse me, please. Let's go back here and fix a little bit of a problem. So this is what I did. I just put back this required here. Then here on the title, I removed it. So let me save it. Go back to the browser. Let me refresh. Then choose a file. Okay, I leave this one empty. Let me upload. What happened here? It's refreshed. Okay, but we went to the uploads file and came back. So it came back with this error on the URL, which says T error, title cannot be empty. So you see, the title cannot be empty. This is what we are doing. Where is it? In here. So the next thing, or well, we have to leave it for now. Now, one of the challenges that we have is simply how do we bring this thing, to display in the middle of the page, or in the middle here, the center here, because if it is just here, the user will not know what is going on. So we have to be able to display this at the middle, at the center of the page. But that's for another time. Okay, so let's continue with the form validation. It is very, very, very important. Okay, anyway, my bad. Let's do that one. Okay, for everything to be serial, because the next thing we are doing here is for the video. But I just said, okay, let's finish with the title
entirely. All right. So what we have to do now is to go to the form.php. We want to get this and display it here. So that will be done in the form.php. So in the form.php, we go into the body, to the body section. Then, of course, the usual PHP stuff. In this case, we have to leave this one because we are mixing PHP with HTML. So if it were pure PHP, then we'll have to take this one off or leave it. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we are going to retrieve data from the URL or get parameters, because whatever happens here is gets. So just take it like that. Whatever happens here is we call get, G-E-T. It's a super global or a super variable that is accessible anywhere in your PHP document. So what we do now is say, or let me just copy it from the original. So if is set gets, so which means, sorry, if is set gets te error, or sorry, t error, not te error. So which means if there is a message here, if a message here is, if there is any message set here, okay, and it will check what that message is or the variable is. So it says if it's set, then get. Remember, I said this is get. Whenever you see any of these messages here or any of this data here, it is get, not post, because we have to post and get. Okay. And I think that the other ones too, but for now, let us concentrate with get and post. So if it's set get, then what are we trying to get is t error. Remember, t error. Here it is. Now, what will happen? So it simply means we now take the content of this t error or title error and display it here. So we'll do it by, say, we create a variable called error. Then to that variable, we assign this HTML special class and get, this t error. So whatever the message is inside here will be sanitized first of all, then stored in this variable. All right. So the HTML special class converts special characters into safe text. This is good practice, in PHP, because user input like URL parameter, things like URL parameters can be manipulated. All right, it can be manipulated by just about anyone. So using this HTML special class function or method will keep your website safe and secure. So security is everybody's business. Okay, security is your business. It is everyone's business. So we have to be very, very careful. So now that we have this, what do we do with it? Okay, what we are going to do with it is very simple. So what we have to, this is a little bit finicky, okay, but you have just pay attention to what is going on. All right. So what we do now, just come down here, then you type first of all dots error tab, then inside this div that you just created. Okay. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake in. Okay, I have corrected it. So inside this div, you go inside the div, you type again h4 tab, then that's it. Okay, so just highlight it, cut it out, then go over here, type echo. Okay, then double quotes, not single quotes, double quotes. So you paste whatever you typed. Okay, now first of all, let's complete it. Now we have a little problem here. So the little problem is this double quotes here. All right, so we just have to take them off, then replace them with single quotes. So this one here, like this, I mean, like this class name should be in single quote, then echo should be in double quotes. If you don't do it like this, it's not going to work. All right.
Then you come over here inside this h4 tags, okay? Then just copy this, then paste it here. Sorry. Make sure you copy the $sign too. So it says echo div class. What is error? Then inside that div class is an h4. Oh wait. Sorry. Since I'm just wasting time here. Anyway, let me just relax. So this error will now be this error message. That is, this error message will now be displayed here. So now let me save it. Let's go back and test it and see what we have. All right. Now let me refresh. Wait, let me go back. Let me refresh. So make sure that there is nothing up here. So let me choose a video. Then I don't type anything. Upload. You see, it says this title cannot be empty. Okay. Should I say title field cannot be empty? So here it is, but I want it to be somewhere here. So this is where CSS comes in handy. But I'm not going to uh, explain any CSS here. I am assuming that you already know this one. So let me just do it right away. So we create, first of all, this is the class name. All right. So simply go here and create and say dot error. Then border is 2 pixels dash crimson, dashed crimson. Padding is 10 pixels. Position is absolute. Then right is 50%. Top is 50%. So let me save it. And let's go back and see what we have. All right, see, of course, we can always also change the color of the what's it called, the message itself. So uh the next thing we have to do now, okay, we are done with the title. So in the next video, we'll have to handle the video. Okay, remember, we stopped here, title. Okay, the next one will be from the video. So when I come next time, I will continue from there. I'm already very tired. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you. See you next time. Goodbye.